With the return of Season 2 of Frieren Beyond Journey's End, we're reminded of something easy to miss. The journey was already over, the goal was achieved, the Demon King defeated, and still something was missing. Not because Frieren failed, but because she didn't realize the moment she was living in. That's the part that matters for anyone on their self-improvement journey. Because pushing harder doesn't always mean living better. This is Blessed Visions, and today we're talking about why learning to stop taking life so seriously is the other side of real growth. In Frieren Beyond Journey's End, the story had already passed the part most people spend their lives chasing. And yet, something was missing. Frieren had lived through a journey filled with meaning, but she hadn't realized its weight while she was still inside it. Not because she didn't care, but because those moments had felt ordinary, repeatable. It was only later on, when time had passed and her people were gone, that the significance became clear. And that is why her story matters. Because it wasn't about failing to achieve, it was about succeeding while fully living inside the success. You do something similar, especially at the start of a new year. You look back and immediately move the goalposts. What you achieved becomes expected. What you survived becomes normal. You may tell yourself, I should be further ahead. I can't slow down now. I'll rest after I make real progress. So you stack new goals on old exhaustion. It feels driven, it feels productive, but quietly, it disconnects you from your own life. You aren't lazy, you aren't grateful. You just never give yourself space to stop and feel proud before telling yourself you need to do more. Here's the part that rarely gets said. There is no finish line where life suddenly becomes calm enough to enjoy. Problems don't disappear, they rotate. So setting goals and going harder without letting go of last year's weight doesn't free you, it tightens that loop. Progress isn't only about adding discipline. Sometimes it's about releasing pressure. Because a life you never allow yourself to enjoy isn't fixed by achieving more inside it. Frieren had only understood this after loss settled in, so she decided to change. Not by chasing a new destination, not by forcing meaning, but by slowing down. She began paying attention to conversations, to the ordinary days. Nothing about her world improved, only her awareness of it did. She stopped waiting for meaning at the end and started noticing it along the way. You don't need to turn this year into another test of endurance. You don't need to punish yourself into becoming someone worthy of peace. You can still have goals without erasing what you've already done. Enjoying your life doesn't make you complacent. It makes the effort sustainable. You don't lose momentum by slowing down. You lose direction when you forget why you are moving in the first place. If your life were a story, did last year end with growth or just survival? And what would change if this year wasn't about proving anything? Because you already are here. Thank you for watching. It is felt like the opposite of what you've been hearing. That's intentional. So tell me this. What are you giving yourself permission to let go of this year? And I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, stay blessed.